For thousands of years, life on the steppes of Mongolia has been a story of tenacity, customs, and balance with the environment. The steppe is an ancient cradle of nomadic civilization, with its wide, rolling grasslands surrounded by far-off mountains. For those who live here, this seemingly limitless territory under an unending sky serves as both a challenge and a haven. Extremes define a land. More than 887,000 square kilometers of Central Asia are covered by the Mongolian steppe. Its temperate grasslands, savannas, and shrublands make it one of the world's largest ecosystems. The region endures harsh winters, known locally as zud, during which temperatures drop below chapter 40 degrees, and scorching summers with highs exceeding 40 degrees, 104 degrees. The steppe is a place of extremes, testing the resilience of life on a daily basis. In addition to the flora and animals, this landscape has influenced the style of life of those who live there. Living in balance with the natural cycles, the steppe people are nomadic herders who relocate seasonally to provide their animals access to new pastures. Cattle, camels, sheep, goats, and horses are essential to their way of life since they provide food, transportation, and materials for clothing and housing. The jur, a transportable house. The jir, a round, transportable tent constructed of hardwood frames and felt layers, is central to the nomadic way of life. The jir is incredibly durable and portable, and it only takes a few hours to disassemble and reassemble. Its design reflects the nomad's deep awareness of their surroundings. The round shape lets wind flow around it, lessening its impact during storms, and the thick felt walls offer protection against the cold. Life inside the jir is straightforward but practical. The main component is the stove, often known as the hearth, which serves as a symbol of family unity in addition to being utilized for heating and cooking. Its interior is separated into two sections, one for men and one for women, with areas designated for sleeping and storage. More than just a place to stay, the jir is a symbol of the nomadic people's inventiveness and adaptability, seasons and their tempo. The people who live on the steppe follow the cycles of the seasons. Herders celebrate the coming of warmer weather and the birth of baby animals during the season of spring, which is a time of rejuvenation. Since cattle flourish on verdant pastures, summer is a season of plenty. Families frequently get together for celebrations and activities like the well-known Naadam Festival, which showcases Mongolian culturally significant sports like archery, horse racing, and wrestling. The fall is a time for planning. Hay is harvested, and supplies are stored for the upcoming long winter by herders. Families reinforce their gers, and the cattle are fattened up to withstand the cold months. Winter is the most challenging season, testing the endurance of both humans and animals. Livelihoods can be devastated by zud occurrences, which occur when severe weather causes a large number of cattle mortality. The horse's centrality. The horse is not only a means of transportation in the Mongolian steppe, it is also a cultural icon and a beloved companion. Mongolian horses, also referred to as children of the wind, are small but remarkably hardy animals that can endure harsh weather conditions and survive on little grass. Riding is a vital ability that is frequently taught in early infancy. A Mongolian child is claimed to be able to ride before they can walk. Horses are employed in sports, ceremonial, long-distance transportation, and livestock herding. A herder's deep link with their horse is a reflection of their mutual respect and dependence on one another. The difficulties of modernity. The steppe's traditional way of life has encountered several difficulties in recent decades. Zud occurrences have become increasingly common and severe as a result of climate change's intensification of weather extremes. The ecosystem's delicate equilibrium is threatened by overgrazing and desertification, and newer generations are being drawn away from the nomadic lifestyle by urbanization and economic pressures. Many Mongolians are striving to retain their culture in spite of these obstacles. Some have adopted contemporary technology, such as cell phones and solar panels, to enhance their standard of living while preserving their customs. There is also a growing movement to revive ancient crafts and encourage sustainable herding methods. A harmonious life. The steppes of Mongolia necessitate a meticulous equilibrium between celebration and survival. It is a life that requires tenacity and resourcefulness, but it also provides a deep connection to nature and a sense of independence that are becoming more and more scarce in the contemporary world. The steppes nomads are the keepers of a centuries-old way of life that is a living example of how natural and human coexistence may coexist peacefully. They show us a world in which the land, the animals, and the people are all intertwined. It makes us reevaluate how we relate to nature and value the customs that keep us rooted in a world that is constantly changing. A closer look at the steppes of Mongolia. A cultural and spiritual entity that is intricately entwined with the identity of its people, the Mongolian steppe is more than just a geographical location. We must investigate its subtleties in order to fully comprehend steppe life, including the complex interrelationships between people and the natural world, the diverse range of customs, and the resilient quality of the nomadic way of life. Nature's spiritual role. Nature is sacred to Mongolian herders. The expansive open terrain fosters a deep reverence for nature, which is regarded as a source of sustenance and a powerful force. Tengrism, an age-old spiritual practice that honors the sky, earth, and land spirits, is the foundation of traditional beliefs. The earth is considered a loving mother, and Tengri, the endless blue sky, is considered a protective deity. This spirituality shows up in day-to-day activities. Herders frequently carry out minor rites, such as dropping milk to appease the spirits, before setting out on a journey or making important choices. A strong sense of guardianship for the land is demonstrated by the preservation and unaltered presence of sacred mountains, rivers, and trees. The function of community and family. Family and community are important in the great isolation of the steppe. Families collaborate to maintain their farms, cook meals, and take care of their animals. Cooperation is the foundation of relationships, with each member helping to ensure the household's survival. Nomadic communities gather on significant occasions despite their scattered living patterns. Feasting, singing, and customary rituals are all part of the communal celebrations of weddings, births, and funerals. Celebrated all around the country, the Naadam Festival is one of the most beloved events. The three manly games of archery, horse racing, and wrestling are more than just sports. They are cultural manifestations that pay tribute to Mongolia's rich past. Food and drink. What the land produces shapes the steppe's food. The main source of food is livestock, and meat and dairy products are the main ingredients of traditional Mongolian cuisine. A staple boiled mutton is served with minimal seasoning to bring out the meat's inherent flavor. Families make borts, dried meat that may be kept for months and rehydrated as needed during the winter. A key component of the diet is dairy products. A traditional Mongolian beverage, arag contains fermented mare's milk and is praised for its crisp, mildly alcoholic flavor. Yogurt, butter, and arul, dried curd, are further dairy mainstays. In addition to providing for the nomads' needs, these delicacies also highlight their strong bond with their animals. Getting used to the factors. The steppes of Mongolia require ingenuity. Extreme temperatures can be tolerated by clothing. Traditional clothing, such as the deal, a long, belted robe, is insulated from the cold by being constructed of wool and sheepskin. Layering is essential, and contemporary thermal clothing is frequently used to provide extra warmth. Winter is a particularly difficult time to survive. To locate safe pastures for their cattle, herders rely on their in-depth understanding of the terrain. A skill that has been passed down through the years is the ability to predict changes in the weather, usually aided by tiny clues in the sky or animal behavior. Steppe wildlife. A wide variety of fauna, many of which are specially adapted to the severe environment, can be found in the Mongolian steppe. Large herds of Mongolian gazelles, which are renowned for their speed and agility, traverse the grasslands. Even though they frequently endanger livestock, predators like the steppe wolf are essential to preserving ecological balance. The broad skies are graced by a variety of bird species, including the steppe eagle and the demoiselle crane. The Siberian ibex and the elusive snow leopard seek sanctuary in the rougher regions. Interaction between humans and wildlife requires careful control and mutual respect. Steppe songs, oral traditions, and music. On the steppes of Mongolia, music is an essential aspect of daily life. Kume, or throat singing, is a distinctive vocal art form that imitates natural sounds, such as a stream's chatter or the wind's whistle. This age-old custom demonstrates the nomad's bond with their surroundings and transforms the natural world into an inspiration. Songs that recount tales of valor, love, and the splendor of the steppe are accompanied by traditional instruments such as the morin kur, or horsehead fiddle. By conserving history and culture in a form that appeals to all generations, these oral traditions serve as an essential link to the past. The nomadic way's resilience. The nomadic lifestyle is under threat from various forces, including climate change, economic pressures, and the allure of urban life. Many younger Mongolians are moving to cities like Ulaanbaatar, seeking education and opportunities that the steppe cannot provide. The continuation of nomadic customs is threatened by this migration, but there is hope. Preserving the nomadic lifestyle is becoming more popular. Organizations and local leaders are promoting sustainable herding practices and supporting ecotourism, which allows visitors to experience the beauty of the steppe while contributing to its preservation. Lessons from the steppe life on the Mongolian steppe offers lessons for the modern world. It is a life that values simplicity, resourcefulness, and a deep connection to the land. In a time when many societies are grappling with environmental challenges, the nomad's way of life serves as a reminder of the importance of living in harmony with nature. Their resilience in the face of adversity, their ability to adapt, and their respect for tradition are qualities that resonate far beyond the steppe. They challenge us to reflect on our own lives. What can we learn from their sense of community, their ingenuity, and their unwavering spirit? The story of the Mongolian steppe is far from over. As the winds continue to sweep across this ancient land, the nomads remain steadfast, a living link to a past that still holds relevance in our rapidly changing world. In their enduring spirit, we see the essence of humanity's connection to the earth, a connection that is both fragile and profound.